All right, guys, this is the match I'm most excited about for the night. We got Raul El Nino Problema Rosas Jr. versus Christian C-Rod Rodriguez. And this one is going to be a battle. You know, I'm excited about Christian Rodriguez. I like him quite a bit. You know, he lost against JSP, but that was a pretty good loss. I mean, even right at the very end of that fight, I mean, he was like slipping out of position and going to end up on top of JSP. So if that was like a 5-round title fight, you know, C-Rod might have won that, in my opinion. But of course, he needs to, you know, maybe figure out a way to put a little bit more pressure on or be more aggressive to stop the takedown. I feel like sometimes Rodriguez is just kind of a nice guy where, like, he actually lets the fight kind of go wherever somebody wants to take it. Like, if they want to work so hard to give up so much energy to work to take him down, he'll defend it to a certain point where he conserves energy, and then they'll use all this extra energy taking him down. He'll be like, oh yeah, whatever, like, I'll just get back up easily, you know, once you take me down and you've wasted energy. And I feel like he does that a lot all the time, and he's so good at managing energy in that way that he forces other people to use their energy, but in a way he lets them take the fight where they want to. So the thing is he's so comfortable everywhere that it doesn't matter to him where it goes. It's the fact that matters to him is that in the end he's going to end up on top with energy, finishing his opponent, and he doesn't care what they think they're going to do for the next minute or 5 seconds or 10 seconds. He's going to continually work. That's the other thing I like about it, is he continues to work out of it, though. He'll give up a position, but then he'll try to roll out, he'll work out, he'll turn on him, he'll get an underhook, whatever it is that he keeps working to change the position. He never settles, and when he keeps working like that, man, he wore JSP out. He couldn't even talk afterwards for his interview, and, you know, C-Rod was just still breathing, but he wasn't breathing nearly as heavy as JSP was. And, you know, Rodriguez just showed how he could manage his energy that way. He uses his body weight really well, and, you know, his technique is all proper. We saw, you know, Raul Rosas Jr. Taking down people like Jay Perrin in the first round there. You know, Jay Perrin, he did not turn and face Raul and get an underhook like he's supposed to stay standing and keep his takedown defense. You know, we see C-Rod do that exact thing, turn and face his opponent, you know, when JSP tried taking him down. And he did exactly that. He went and got his proper technique, turned, faced him, got his underhook, you know, then chose to cross-face, did some other stuff, try to work out of the position. You know, one way wasn't working, he tries something different. He's not a stalemate kind of guy, even defensively like that. And as soon as it gets to the feet, he starts punching and pushing forward all the time. It's almost like you don't always see it in the grappling, although I do, in my opinion. But when he stands up, you see him immediately going after JSP with his hands, you know, forward and pressing. And he's always pressing on the grappling if you can't see it, you know, and he's pushing JSP to use his energy there. And it's a really effective way to fight, because he knows that in the end, you know, he's going to come out on top. And, you know, just by managing his cardio that way and the way that he fights, you know, is really nice. And the way we seen him strike, especially against Weems, like in the first round, we seen Weems get hit by C-Rod, and right at that first punch that he got hit there, I knew that C-Rod was going to come out on top. You know, I knew right then Weems was looking to run away from C-Rod and get out of the cage somehow. So, you know, just shows C-Rod's power that he carries around with him all the time. And, you know, Rosas got hit with some jabs, man, and he did not like it. I don't think he likes getting hit, and I don't think he's used to it. I don't think he's been hit a lot. And the way C-Rod is so aggressive and committed to those punches, and, you know, they're not like huge looping punches that come from downtown that anybody can avoid, man. He's got nice little straight punches that are hard, that carry some of his body weight. And I think if Raul gets clipped by even one of them jabs, man, he's not going to like it. And it's going to cause him to disregard some of his technique and whatnot. And I think Christian could land more punches on him and hurt Raul. And with that way, he could get the better of him just with the punches when it does start standing or come to a standing. And C-Rod, could outwork him here too, also through the third rounds. We've seen Raul face his opponent there in the Contender Series where he was doing really good with the grappling, and the guy was able to avoid his early grappling. Raul was like switching his body triangle one side to the other when the dude was trying to get out, doing really good. The guy worked hard, though, and was able to push Raul all the way to the end. And C-Rod is, I think, tougher than both of them guys when it comes to that. And the way that he put up with JSP, JSP is kind of long like Raul and was able to do good with his grappling, like Raul could do really good here in the first round or round and a half. But, C-Rod could get some punches off here and there and get Raul's nose bleeding, get him breathing hard. And C-Rod could put him out of here one way or the other, in my opinion. And so, Raul, he's got, like I said, the grappling here we all know, but Christian's going to push him and not get submitted, in my opinion. So it's going to make it really hard for Raul here to face him. And, against Gutierrez, Raul's corner was telling him, try to get closer to him. But if you're going to get closer to C-Rod, man, he'll embrace that. He'll hit you, make you bleed, and then start grappling with you on the ground until you quit. Because if you try to go into spurts with him with your cardio, he'll get to a point where you'll have to be recovering, and he'll get to the point where he's continuing on top of you and hurting you because he hurts with his punches. He doesn't mess around doing these wimpy-wampy things that look good for the cameraman. He pretends he's in like an underground shelter, and he it's hard to get him to smile in his last fight when he just beat down Weems. But it's like what he expects to do. He expects a real fight, and he's gonna to get the advantage with the cardio, and then he'll not let you get it back, and he'll hurt you or put you in a bad spot. He almost submitted JSP a couple of times, in my opinion. It looked he was close, and he gives up like his position for the submission there a lot. Like against Raul, it's a bit of a problem, but I think with the way Rodriguez, again, like I said, fights earlier, that he'll keep pushing so hard that Raul will be forced to always be on point, always be on top of his game. And with the way Rodriguez hits and hurts, and with the way his jiu-jitsu is so good, and his transitioning is so good, and he's still thoughtful and never panics in there, that I really like C-Rod in this position against Raul. And along with that, Christian Rodriguez has this new coach, Santino DeFranco, that he had against Weems as well.
You're going to go to sleep if you don't tap.
Santino DeFranco, the new coach of Christian Rodriguez. Things looking up for the 24-year-old. We'll make it official and hear from him next.
So that's cool. I'm happy to see that he's got a super professional coach now. I think Rodriguez is professional material, and I think he's going to go a little ways here. I really like his style anyways, personally. So I feel like, even though Raul's running through everybody here, Raul's only 18 and Christian's like 25. I think that, Raul, he's like the, German Shepherd puppy that's like, coming up like thinking he's tight shit. Like, oh damn, like this puppy's gonna be mean, this puppy's gonna do it. This thing's tough, and then it runs into like the neighbor's like middle-aged Rottweiler, that's like kind of looks like a runt, like my dog in particular. There's a runt to the litter, but she's a Rottweiler, and it's like, the Rottweiler's gonna hold its ground, like Christian Rodriguez is gonna hold his ground. Raul's going to be the little German Shepherd puppy that's looking tough, looking strong, looks like its muscles are filling in and everything, nipping at the neck and shit like that. My dog, the Rottweiler is going to be, moving its body around, doing some body motion, pushing him off, pushing him around, throwing its weight around a little bit. And then, the Shepherd's going to nip so much, get all hyped up, and the Rottweiler's going to put him down. And then, Christian's going to put him down with a punch, whatever, or knock him out, or ground and pound, and then choke him out. So I just see C-Rod winning this one, and I see him winning inside the distance, boys. All right, till next week, guys. Life before death. Strength before weakness. Journey before destination. Keep it real.